you go to network, so the network tab, and then you sort of refresh the page. These are all the things on Twitter that are being pinged, right? So you just saw how many things just came up, right?
Yeah.
So then when you look at this, you can then sort of like narrow it down to what you need. Say for example, I want to do like the create tweet. How does a tweet get created? Or actually, I'll do a different one. Homeline tweets, okay? Or timeline. It'll probably come up. So here, I want to get all the tweets on my timeline, right? Where is it coming from? What is it pinging? So then you search it up. Let's see, maybe this one looks promising, right? This one has a URL. Let's make this bigger. So there's a few, but the most promising one looks like Homeline, right? Whatever this API is. So then you can just kind of generally, like when you click on it and then you go to response, you can kind of generally see like what it's taking, right? So it's taking a user, the user has a description, so this is probably like a bio. If you keep going, maybe we'll find like the actual like tweet, like content. You can get different information, like created at what time, different IDs, and then here, so full text. Something like full text would be, see, I have failed with 5+ SAS businesses, right here. It's the first tweet on the timeline, right? So what you can do now that you have this, you sort of go to headers, and, which one was it? Okay, so you go to headers, now that you found the thing that you need to get, and you basically take this, right? So you copy this request URL, but you have to make sure what type of request method it is. So usually there's post, and then there's get methods, right? So you copy this, and then you'll go to a program like Postman, which is just like handles APIs and whatnot.
Yeah.
You'll create like a new, let's say, thing, and you set it to whatever you're doing, and you essentially just post it. And then you send. Basically what this is going to do is going to emulate the same request that Twitter emulated at the same time. So if you go to like raw, it'll show you basically what you had, like right here. Where is it? In the response.
Okay.
Right.
So
granted, it's an JSON usually. Wait, let me see actually. Sorry, I think this might be a get.
So it copies it basically from the.
Right, it sort of emulates the ID. It's the same kind of thing. I might have copied it wrong, to be honest. Let's just see this. So this is kind of like, it's the same idea basically. Maybe it's not exactly the same thing, but then when you do it, you can go to the side here and turn it into actual code. So you can turn it into like different requests. So let's say you want Python requests.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the entirety of the code for what you need, right? And then here you'll go into like your, IDE.
Yeah.
And sort of, let's see, this one is create tweet. I'll show you like the same kind of display home timeline. So I've already created this program.
This is like an app maker though. Right?
What do you mean?
This is
just PyCharm. This is just an IDE. Just you can
it's
do
PyCharm.
whatever,
Oh, okay.
And then basically, you see what I just copied here is essentially what's here in this other one that I've already built out, right? So once you have that, so you sort of like have the URL. This is basically just standard. All you really need to see from this is this part, the requests and what you're gonna do with it. So if I go down here, you can see that I have payload, headers. I keep going down, I have the response. So this response, I took it and I created it into a JSON response, right? And then from here, I sort of created a program to work with it and look through what I needed in the specific request. So here, I created a program to find the tweet text, right? So if I go back here on Twitter, and if I go all the way down to where I showed you, or I could just probably like look it up. Full text. Basically, this program right here, all it does is looks for this full text and finds the actual tweet content, right? So it's going through all the structure. It's going through the structure of this JSON basically. So if you see in the beginning, it says data, home timeline, instructions, entries. Data, home, like so. It's going through the structure. This program is going through the structure and finding, basically, what is it finding? Full text. And then it's setting full text along with another parameter, which is the ID of the actual tweet, and then creating it and sort of printing it. So if I run this right now, you'll see. What is going on? Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's because I pasted this in the stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Maybe not. Let's go. Okay, that's weird. Okay, I don't know why it's not running. But basically the idea is it'll basically print to the terminal all the tweets on the home timeline. So I think I have it set at how many? Let's see. 20. So this gets 20 tweets on the home timeline and sort of runs it through this program and prints out 20 text of the tweet. So basically, that was kind of lengthy, but the same exact idea would just be web scraping for one of those websites.